Crown Jewel is done. That pay-per-view, that PLE, whatever you want to call it, wasn't a really big fan of it. Just pretty much a roadblock on the road to Survivor Series for all the other storylines going on in WWE right now. But the main thing that happened is that we got a run-of-the-mill house show match, 3-on-3, Reigns and the Usos reuniting, tagging for the very first time in 2 years, facing off against the Bloodline 2.0. And the main headlines coming out of that match, number one, was that Solo Sikoa pinned Roman Reigns. One of the very few to do so in the past almost 5 years now. Because that's only Cody Rhodes, and it's only Jey Uso, and now Solo Sikoa. Which again, I can see why they did that, and I'll explain my reasons in a few moments. And the second headline, of course, is Sami Zayn's appearance at Crown Jewel. And his, quote-unquote, attack, which again, I believe is accidental. I don't believe for 1 minute that Sami Zayn is going to turn on the Usos and turn on Roman Reigns. But I do believe that was accidental. But he did attack. He did hit Roman Reigns with a hula kick. So again, those were the two main headlines coming out of that 6-man tag team match. And now on tonight's SmackDown, we are expecting Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, and Sami Zayn, or Sami Uso, to all be in the middle of that ring, just like old times, and try to work things out. Try to put things past. Will they? Possibly. I mean, we're 2-3 weeks away from Survivor Series. They have to start building up War Games, and make no mistake about it, War Games is going to be OG Bloodline versus current Bloodline 2.0. But overall, we're going to get those segments that we used to love, and we're going to love them again. Bloodline, OG Bloodline in the middle of that ring, going back and forth. Dramatic effect, storylines and characters blending together for true entertainment. Which is a fantastic decision on WWE's part. Brings some interest back into the blue brand. Again, Cody Rhodes has done nothing wrong. He's just this super babyface. They need to really ramp up his feud, his rivalry with Kevin Owens heading into Survivor Series for the undisputed WWE Championship, if they want us to start caring about Cody Rhodes at the same level as this Bloodline storyline. And I say that Solo Sikoa pinning Roman Reigns benefits in two ways. Number one, it adds momentum. It starts to legitimize Solo Sikoa as a leader, as a top superstar, more than he has ever been at this point. And I get it. A lot of fans, mainstream fans, IWC fans don't want to take him seriously. They don't buy him as the leader of the Bloodline. I get it, okay? He is not Roman Reigns. He's not that type of character. Not yet. But him pinning the Tribal Chief or the OTC puts him over the edge, puts him over the top. And again, it's something that he's going to be able to brag about for the next few months, and eventually, when The Rock returns and tries to take the helm of tries to take the reins of his bloodline, we'll see that kind of dynamic when we get there. And number two, more importantly, I think the OG Bloodline is going to lose. They're going to lose War Games to Bloodline 2.0, and they have to. And who knows, Roman Reigns might get pinned again. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, the OG Bloodline right now is not a united front. They're family. They're trying to work together. They're trying to have each other's backs. But it is not as strong as it used to be, because in the past, they had one person calling the shots. They had one leader. They had one true tribal chief. And that's Roman Reigns. And this current iteration of the OG Bloodline, the only one who wants to follow the tribal chief's orders is Jimmy Uso. Jey Uso is doing his own thing. He wants to be equal to the tribal chief. And we saw how that played out at Crown Jewel. Sami Zayn has issues with both Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns. And we'll see that play out tonight on SmackDown. And that's going to come to bite them in the ass at Survivor Series War Games. And Roman Reigns himself, we can't just take accountability away from the tribal chief himself. Sure, he's trying to make amends. Sure, he's trying to get the family back together. But make no mistake about it. He has the hierarchy. He has everything he needs to take back control of the OG Bloodline and actually get results, because he's done that in the past and he can do it again. He just needs to man up and be the tribal chief again. But at this point, the storyline that they're leading towards is Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn. Eventually, when the wise man Paul Heyman returns, they're all going to have to ask Roman Reigns to lead again, to be the tribal chief again. That's the story that they should be building towards, and that's the story I believe that they're building towards. Because a team with no leader is going to lose 9 times out of 10. If everyone tries to be equal and nobody is calling the shots, they have no direction. They lose. And Solo Sikoa right now has loyalty in Jacob Fatu, in Tama Tonga, in Tongaloa, and that's why he gets stuff done. And Roman Reigns is eventually going to have to get to that point where he needs to call the shots on his cousins and on Sami Zayn and get the bloodline, the OG bloodline, back on track. Will that be at the Rumble? Will that be at the Elimination Chamber? Somewhere in between? I don't know. But it's going to be, we're going to get to that point prior to WrestleMania, especially if we're going to have Roman Reigns versus The Rock, which again should still be a part of the main event of WrestleMania 41. It just depends on The Rock's schedule. Those are my thoughts on what's going to transpire tonight on SmackDown, on the road to War Games, Survivor Series coming up. Again, it's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be entertaining at its fullest. So with that said, what are your thoughts on the current storyline that they're trying to tell us with this whole bloodline warfare? Do you think they're playing their cards right? Do you think they might maneuver a different way in the next few weeks? Leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below. My name is Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.